this is me, Jyotika Bedi, founder of Happiness is Love. We make relationships better. Are you aware of the term mindfulness? It's a word that is used very commonly today, but do you really understand what it means, what it entails? I'm here to share with you whatever I have learned, because we at Happiness believe together we can learn, share, grow, and be our bestest, grandest versions. So let's decode this word mindfulness. Mindfulness encompasses two key ingredients: awareness and acceptance. Awareness is the knowledge and ability to focus one's attention on one's inner processes and experiences, such as the experience of the present moment. For instance, right now, I am practicing mindfulness as I'm making this video, connecting with you, feeling present in the moment. Acceptance is the ability to observe and accept rather than judge or avoid those stream of thoughts that disturb us. So the goal of mindfulness is to cultivate perspective on one's awareness, on one's consciousness, and identify that it can bring greater peace, mental strength, and emotional stability. Mindfulness may also be used in mindfulness-based therapies to address stress, anxiety, pain, and simply you become more calm, more centered, and more relaxed. So what are the benefits of mindfulness? Mindfulness is frequently used in meditation, in certain kinds of therapies. It benefits, like I said, lowering of anxiety, stress, harmful ruminating thoughts, protecting us against depression and anxiety. Research even suggests that mindfulness can help people better cope with rejection and social isolation. We've all struggled in the past few years, and we all know that we were not hardwired for isolation. We were hardwired for connection and for love. And being mindful, being present, practicing mindfulness, believe me, is almost magical. So the question really is, how do I practice mindfulness? A person's experience of time tends to be very subjective and heavily influenced by their emotional state. Fears and insecurities about the past and the future make it very difficult to fully appreciate the present moment. The key is learning how to pay attention. The key is, how can I really train my mind to focus my attention and pay attention to the now? This is the challenge, and I know we can do this if we practice mindfulness. And let's start now. Mindfulness can take place through meditation sessions or smaller moments throughout the day. To cultivate a state of mindfulness, you can begin by just sitting down and learning to take deep breaths. Just before I made this video, I just sat with myself for a minute because I'd had a long day, and some days are more challenging than others. All I did was just practice sitting with myself and taking deep breaths from the pit of my stomach, where I could really feel that I'm inhaling positivity and exhaling positivity. Focus on each breath and the sensations of the moment, such as the sounds, the scents, the temperature, the feeling of air passing in and out of the body. Just shifting your attention then to allow the thoughts and emotions to come in as you're experiencing them. Allow each thought to exist without judging it or ascribing to any kind of negativity. Sit with those thoughts. The experience may evoke a strong emotional reaction, as it did to me when I started practicing mindfulness 3 years ago. However, exploring that response can be a beautiful opportunity to address and resolve some underlying challenges that need to be identified by you. And believe me, I know it's a difficult practice. Many of us struggle. I'm here to tell you it's not going to be easy, but I'm here to tell you it's going to be worth it. And I'm rooting for you. We believe in you. Together we are stronger, and together we will win. So again, the question is, how can I be more mindful? Mindfulness can help bring you in the present moment, believe me, throughout the day. As you wake up, you can focus on your breathing and the way your body gradually becomes more energized. Just track your body. Just check in with yourself. Focus on your breath. You can incorporate a brief meditation into your workday, perhaps on your lunch break, and focus on appreciating the experience of just eating your meals. It can start with something so small, being mindful of what we eat and enjoying the experience, expressing gratitude for every bite, every morsel that you eat instead of being digitally distracted, which I'm guilty of the same. And I've made it a practice for the last 3 years where I keep my devices away from me when I'm eating my meals, and I try to practice as much mindfulness so that my attention is focused and I am enjoying and savoring and relishing the food that I am eating, and I'm eating it with love and gratitude. So 10 tips that I'm going to share with you for practicing mindfulness starting from now. I hope it's useful to one and all. So I said the best way to get started is to get started. So let's just dive into some tips. Hopefully you will get them, you will find them useful, and get going and just do it. Number 1, take a few moments to be aware of your breath, like I shared. Becoming aware of your breath flowing in and out helps you become more aware of your inner body. You will experience your tummy rise and fall with each breath that you take, and you will start experiencing being in the moment. Second, take note of whatever it is that you're engaged in. While you're sitting, eating, or relaxing, focus on your senses, not just your thoughts. Just our senses. What is happening is that we've all become used to multitasking. I could be talking to my child but being on my phone and not even making eye contact with my child. And believe me, because we have all gotten so used to multitasking, our senses are not in sync, and it's very important to be mindful to allow all our senses to be in sync. Notice, if you're stretching, for example, note how your body feels with each movement. If you're eating, just focus on the taste, the smell, the color, and the details of the food. And believe me, your mind will get relaxed. Your mind will get reprogrammed and rewired, and you will be ready for being more productive and creative. Number 3, if you're going somewhere, focus on the here and now. Rather than letting your brain drift into one thought, back and forth, bring your mind to the present moment. Ask yourself, check in with yourself, ask yourself, how do I really feel? Pay less attention to where you're going and more on what you're doing as you step and how your feet feel. This is a nice way of trying on little baby steps on, again, being more focused on the present moment. Number 4, you don't need to be doing something at every moment. It's just okay to exist. El dolce far niente, the sweetness of nothingness. Just exist and relax. And this is just taking time to rest and relax and do nothing at all is also a form of self-love and self-care. Because hustling is also about stopping, self-reflecting, and relaxing. Number 5, if you notice yourself turning back towards thinking, just focus once more on your breathing. You can return your focus on how your breath comes in and goes out of your body. And if you can feel your muscles relax as you're doing that, because we create tension, our muscles get tense when we are overthinking, when we are over-worrying, when we are either fixated on the past or thinking too much about the future. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this doesn't happen? Work on changing, catching and challenging that negative narrative by telling yourself, even if it happens, I'll be okay. Even if it happens, I will be safe and I am protected. And instead of thinking, what if things go wrong? Think about, what if things go right? Understand that your mental processes are just thoughts. They aren't necessarily facts or true, nor do they require you to take action. Mindfulness is simply being and about being relaxed and accepting things around you as they are. And this applies internally. It's a part of just knowing your inner being comfortable in your own skin, checking in with your inner body so that you feel centered. Number 7, try listening in a way that entirely is judgment-free. You may notice that you are becoming more aware of your own inner thoughts and feelings. Don't judge them, just accept them. Let it flow. The problem is we create too much resistance. And when we create resistance, that's when we create too much tension. The goal is to accept, let it flow. Number 8, you may find that certain activities make you tune out, like it just does to me. These are great opportunities for practicing more awareness. What are you doing? What is it that you're experiencing? This is an example of how mindful practice can flexibly become a part of your everyday life. You can practice while driving, while walking, while swimming, while even brushing. I do this. Every morning while I'm brushing, I am practicing mindfulness where I am absolutely present with myself and enjoying the experience of brushing my teeth. Number 9, take some time to enjoy nature. Nature is ever giving. Relaxing surroundings can help you tune in with greater ease. Being in nature has its own well-being benefits. Just taking a 10-minute walk in nature can again reprogram your mind. Just noticing and marveling at nature. Seeing a tree and its uniqueness and talking to yourself and saying, oh my God, thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you, nature, for being ever giving, for blessing us all the time. This little conversation, this 10-minute conversation with yourself can help you reprogram, rewire, and train your mind to start seeing the good around you. And you will feel a sense of calm. You will feel more relaxed and rejuvenated. Last, let yourself notice when your mind drifts back towards judgment. Remember, this is only natural and doesn't have to be a part of yourself. Part of mindfulness practice means freeing your mind from practices like judgment. You may find that this becomes easier with time, experience, and practice. And this is what I do in my spiritual practice every single day, to try to free my mind from practicing as many judgments as possible. How to practice mindfulness in our relationship. This is something which is very, very important. Paying more attention, both by becoming more aware of our own thoughts, our inner feelings, and not reacting, and paying greater attention to what the other is saying is a beautiful mindfulness practice in our relationships, whether it is with a spouse, with your parents, with your children, with your co-workers, with your staff, with everyone. Practicing greater acceptance. This is useful if we experience or anticipate any kind of conflict. Being more accepting rather than resisting helps us increase our chances of being more positive, being more productive, empathetic towards others. When I become more aware of my inner dialogue, I become more cognizant of my thoughts, my feelings, my reactions to situations. In other words, we're more likely to come to a useful means of resolution, as others will be more accepting of us in turn when we are accepting of them. Appreciating others. In romantic relationships, this will mean valuing and fostering deeper relationships with your significant other. In the workplace, this can have a significant implications for employee engagement and productivity. Allowing yourself to be who you are and permitting others to do the same can encourage greater self-expression and greater satisfaction. In the workplace, the creativity benefits are many folds in our relationship because it links back to acceptance, which allows you and others to flourish. So happy mindfulness practice, people. Let's do it together. If you have any difficulty, any struggle, if it's tough for you, we are here for you. We at Happiness is Love care, and we are here to support you, to encourage you, to root for you. Please reach out to us. Happy to help. Until then, keep smiling, keep shining, keep inspiring.